To New York,
New
motherfucking
York
City.
Shit. Same thing.
Hi, hello, welcome to today's video. I wanted to make a super quick disclaimer before you hop into today's vlog that this was filmed about a month ago, but because Christmas time in New York City is such a beautiful and special experience, I definitely still wanted to share it, but I also wanted to make the disclaimer because, for example, we go and see the Rockettes at some point in this video, and the Rockettes did end up closing down about a week or so after we went to see them. So I did want to make this little disclaimer that this was filmed like a month ago, just so any of that isn't confusing, and it's not confusing as to why I'm posting footage of Christmastime in New York like a month after, but I'm finally just getting around to editing it. It took me a little bit, but yeah, okay, without further ado, time for the vlog. Hi there. Hey, hello. Welcome to, hello there to you too. Welcome to another weekly vlog. I'm gonna start out by I need to know, please tell me there's someone, people watching this that can appreciate my sweatshirt. My brother and I just each got one of these and I am obsessed. Actually, fun fact, my brother sent me a link really recently, a video to a trailer. Yes, I'm sitting on my kitchen floor. To a trailer for a new Legends of the Hidden Temple series. Like, they are coming out with an entirely new Legends of the Hidden Temple series, and it actually looks really good. Like, they're actually going to do the original show justice. So, like, if you were a fan, but if not, welcome to today's vlog. Sorry for that little blurb. If you aren't familiar with Legends of the Hidden Temple, well, you should get yourself familiar. It was a show in the 90s. And it was a great show, and 90s or early 2000s, one of the two. And like I said, they're rebooting it now, and it actually looks like this might be a reboot that's not bad. All right, so back on track with the fact that this is a vlog. As you can tell from the title, I'm obviously going to be in New York City very soon, but it is Monday today, and my best friend and I leave on, okay, you want to be near me, but you don't want to sit with me. My best friend and I leave on Friday to go to New York City. We're going for just 2 nights, but we are going to be taking a girls' trip at Christmas time to New York City, and we are both so excited. We are seeing the Rockettes on Saturday, and that is something that, first off, I know I'm gonna cry, but it is very, very high on my bucket list. So it is just something that we are both super, super excited for. I was actually, so when I was in high school, if you're familiar with a marching band, in the marching band, they have cadets, which are typically the women or people in general that like spin guns. So I was a cadet in high school. We just used pom-poms instead of guns. Instead of rifles, they're typically rifles. But either way, I did that in high school, and so we did kick lines. Kick lines were a very big part of what we did. So going to see the Rockettes is going to be very special for me, and I'm so excited. So today is Monday. Like I said, we're leaving Friday. So the beginning of this vlog is going to be a normal vlog, some food, some probably fashion, because I'll probably put my outfits together of what I'm going to be wearing in New York City. Some fitness, because I am going to work out a couple times before I go. But then the second half will be in New York City, and I'm so excited. So today is Monday. Like I said, I actually already went to work today. I woke up this morning. My alarm went off at 6. I was going to go to the gym. I was waiting because I have one alarm go off, and then 10 minutes later I have my second alarm go off, and I actually like physically get out of bed at the second alarm. And today I'm just laying there, and I'm like, why is my second alarm not going off? And I must have fallen asleep because I looked back over and all of a sudden it was 7:30, and I was like, I guess I'm not going to the gym today. So I did not go today, just went straight to work, and now I'm home for the day. I have a lot of editing to do, but then I'm gonna go to Whole Foods, so I figure I'll bring you with me to Whole Foods. I'm gonna make a HelloFresh for dinner tonight, so I will show what I'm gonna make for dinner. Ooh, and I got some books today. I wanna show you guys what I got. So I'm subscribed to the Book of the Month subscription box. And if you've never heard of it, I wish I was sponsored because that would be the coolest fucking thing ever. But it is a subscription box where every month they pick out 5 books that are all either newer books by indie authors. They're all new. I think they're all books that come out within the year. But they try to do like up and coming authors, indie authors, all kinds of stuff like that. And so they send you a list of 5 books and you choose which you want to be your book for the month. You can also choose to add on books from like their entire website and collection full of books. And this month I could not choose between the 2 books. So I got one that's called A Flicker in the Dark. And should I read the description? Okay, I'm gonna read the description just for shits and gigs. Okay, so this one is, when Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels as out of control as her own life. It feels as out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing, and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there? Or for the second time of her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? So that sounded interesting. And then so did this other one called A History of Wild Places. I also love both of these covers. I think this one is beautiful because it's got like, it looks almost like ink blot, like ink coming out, like how ink moves through water. But then the bottom, there's like the forest. And then on this one, you have the forest, like it's a forest, and then the words just kind of look really pretty, the way that there's colored lines through them, and then the fireflies. I just really like the cover of both of these books. Okay, so then The History of Wild Places says, Travis Wren has an unusual talent for locating missing people. Hired by families as a last resort, he requires only a single object to find the person who has vanished. When he takes on the case of Maggie St. James, a well-known author of dark macabre children's books, macabre. We're gonna pretend I know how to say that word. He is led to a place many believe to be only a legend. Known as Pastoral, this reclusive community was founded by like-minded people searching for a simpler way of life. But soon after Travis stumbles upon it, he disappears, just like Maggie St. James. Years later, Theo, a lifelong member of Pastoral, discovers Travis's abandoned truck beyond the border of the community. No one is allowed in or out, not without the risk of bringing a disease, the rot, into Pastoral. Unraveling the mystery of what happened reveals secrets that Theo, his wife Kala, and her sister Bee keep from one another. Secrets that prove their perfect isolated world isn't as safe as they believed, and that darkness takes many forms. I forgot the synopsis of this one, and I am so excited to read both of these. In the year 2021, I got back into my love of reading. I read, I think it was probably being forced to read so much through high school and college that I lost my love of reading as I went through high school and college, and definitely towards the end, like mid-end of college, I stopped reading nearly as much as I used to. So I'm really excited to have gotten back into reading this year, especially because I made my goal to read 12 books this year, to read one a month, and I have read 11 books this year, and I only need to read one more, which I'm most definitely gonna be reading my book club book this month, so I'm going to hit my goal, and I'm so excited about it. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm home a little early from work. I think I'm gonna go sit down and read for a little bit, not for long, just for a little bit, and then start editing for a while, and then I'm gonna wait to go to Whole Foods until it's dark outside, like go after rush hour, but before I make myself dinner in order to avoid people. So I had said that I was going to go to Whole Foods, and then film my dinner, but then I was sitting there editing, and I was like, I'm going to Trader Joe's tomorrow after work. Wouldn't it just be easier to go to both Whole Foods and Trader Joe's at the same time? And I was like, yeah, that would actually be easier. And so then I still meant to show my dinner, but I most definitely forgot to do that. I was slicing up my little flatbread pizza things, and I was like, oh, I didn't film any of this. So it is Tuesday. I just got home from the gym, took a shower, just finished up my skincare routine, and I'm going to finish getting ready to go to work. So I might show a little bit of what I do at work today, depending on how interesting what I do at work is. And then afterwards, I will go to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. And then I got more editing I want to do this evening before I go to New York. I just want to get videos done and ready to go before I leave. And then I think I might start packing and putting together some outfits, because I'm excited to put together outfits for New York City. I think it's going to be really fun. So I'm going to be basing them very much so around the coats that I'm going to be wearing, because we're going to be outside a lot. It's going to be cold, and I've got some nice coats that I have not really had much of an opportunity to wear and like actually show off somewhere. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna head off to work now. It is so goddamn cold outside today. Oh my god. Okay, I am off of work and heading to Trader Joe's first. Oh my god, it is 28 degrees outside. It is so cold. I'm sipping on Alani Nu. I have been all day. It is one of the cherry limeade ones. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite, if we'll put it that way. I haven't had it in a while, so that's why I got one. But okay, oh my god, you can just from the 30 seconds I was outside, my nose is cold. Okay, all right, let's go to Trader Joe's. Did I remember to pull out my phone inside Trader Joe's? Absolutely not, but I might as well embarrass myself and sit here in the parking lot and show you what I got. Most of this is for a taste testing that's going to be on my main channel. So if you are interested in seeing what all this tastes like, I'd recommend subscribing to my main channel. But okay, so Trader Joe's has chocolate hazelnut cookies. I did cookie butter cookies in a taste testing, I think for fall time. So those ones are hazelnut. These are caramel coffee almonds. I've never called caramel until just now, but they're caramel coffee almonds. This beef stick is for me to eat right now because I am hungry. Ooh, I'm gonna have to be kind of quick at Whole Foods because I forgot I got ice cream, but it is candy cane JoJo's ice cream, and JoJo's are their version of Oreos, so I thought that sounded really fun. I got sour jelly beans. Those look fun. And then the last thing for the taste testing is this truffle powder seasoning. When I saw this, I was like, excuse you, truffle powder seasoning? But it says it's a perfect seasoning that can be added to anything. And they had on the little sign, it said pizza and, oh God, something else. But either way, I am very excited to see how that is on stuff. And maybe I'll make like one or two things in the video to try it on. And then the last things I got, I'm bringing these to have as snacks when we're in New York City this weekend. I got 2 of each flavor, but they're called Fruz balls, peanut butter and jelly. They're seriously plant-powered vegan energy balls. So I got the peanut butter jelly ones and the chocolate hazelnut, and I got 2 of each of these so that Marta can also try them when we're in New York. So yeah, but I thought that would be fun to have as just like a quick little snack when we're out and about. But yeah, okay, so that is all from Trader Joe's. And now it is time to head to Whole Foods. Okay, so I'm not really sure why it took me till just now to realize that this video would be a really good opportunity to share some road trip tips that I have. Hold, please. So my friend and I are driving to New York City this weekend, and it is a solid like 8 or 9 hour drive, I think. And I have been on a mini road trip in my life, and for that reason I have just managed to gather a whole plethora of tips for road tripping, and I have actually shared them on a blog post in the past when I used to write on my blog post. I actually did a post within the past few months, but like that was the first post in multiple years, so that tells you how that's going. But anyways, so yeah, I am about to run out to my front porch and grab my weekly food box and share like my first tip as I unbox it. I'm not sure why I didn't grab it before I started this clip, but I'll be right back. Okay, so first tip, snacks. Now, this may potentially sound slightly obvious, but if it doesn't, I hope it does to you now, that you should definitely have snacks, and you want to have snacks while you drive it. But here's the thing, is if you bring snacks with you that you are used to having, so they're snacks that you like always have around your house, they're your typical snacks, they're the snacks that you always have them, you're going to feel slightly more inclined to buy fun snacks on the road. Like you'll be somewhere and you'll be like, oh, well, I never have this and I'm on a trip, so I might as well. So for that reason, I have learned to pick out fun and new snacks to take with me on my trip, because one reason is a lot of the places you stop, the majority of the time are gonna be gas stations, which are considered convenience stores. So you pay a higher price for the convenience. So they're gonna be more expensive there than if you were to buy them at a grocery store. So I got some fun snacks for the road trip. For example, those little bite things that I showed you earlier from Trader Joe's. I also got, these are some crackers. They're everything seasoned flatbread crackers. And I love anything everything seasoned, so I thought this would be really fun because my friend is also bringing salsa, and then I have the spinach artichoke bitch and dip, so these would be good for that. Okay, I've got some from the brand Spudsy before, and I've had these before, and every time I have them, I devour the entire bag so quickly. So I was like, you know what? It's okay if I bring this on a weekend trip for a snack. So they're sweet potato fries in the flavor ranch, and let me tell you, these things are so good. Okay, next up, I'm not sure if I'm gonna bring these or not. These might actually end up being snacks I just bring to work, but they are pickle chips. And I've had these before, and they're really easy to just grab and go and have as a little snack. I got blueberries for the car ride so that I have something refreshing, healthy, sweet on the road trip. Okay, this is definitely not for the trip. This is just to cook some night with at some point. But it is vodka cream pasta sauce. I don't know, it sounded really interesting, so I thought this would be fun to try. I have some tortellini in my freezer. I thought that would be really good to put on the cheese tortellini. I can't imagine that would be a bad combination. Okay, and then the last two things, this is another thing that's not for the trip. It's just for, at some point I want to try this. And it is plant-based pulled pork. I don't know, either way, it sounded interesting. I love pulled pork, and I enjoy trying different types of non-meat meat, if that makes sense. All right, and then the final thing is some pineapple to also have in the car. So we'll have a cooler that will have the fruit and the sauce, the dips that I mentioned, and these things will also be good to have in our hotel room with us. And then we have a few other snacks, and then we'll stop for just like our main meals and stuff like that. All right, and this also may be my worst idea ever, but I'm just gonna go up to bed right now and sit down and start editing for the evening and just edit for the rest of the evening. And then tomorrow I have date night with my boyfriend, so I think I'm gonna end up just packing the night before we leave, which is probably a bad idea. However, I already planned out most of my outfits in my head already, so really all I need to do is just grab everything. So yeah, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna put all this shit away, go up to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so I did end up forgetting to film myself packing and putting my outfits together, but you'll see the majority of them throughout the rest of this video. So I thought I would jump into my next tip, and my next tip is to do your best that when you're road tripping, try not to stop at places that you normally go to. So if you're going for coffee, try not to stop at Starbucks, try not to stop at Dunkin'. If you're going to restaurants, try not to stop at places that you can go to at home, and go to places like this little place, where it's a coffee shop that we found. We were about 20 minutes out from a major city. I looked up what coffee shops were coming up in the near area, crossed out the Starbucks and Dunkin's and all of that kind of stuff, and found a cute little coffee shop for us to stop at. And this is something we try to do on every trip that we go on. We try our best to find restaurants and local places and coffee shops that we wouldn't normally go to, that we can't normally go to, and it makes the trip so much more fun to immerse yourself in not just the place you're in the atmosphere, but also the food and the culture, and you don't have to limit it to just the place you're going. You can do it as you go along the trip, and it just makes the actual road trip part so much more fun.
What did you just say about those avocados? They're huge!